Hey guys, welcome back to another LEGO City update. Now in this week I have decided to mirror build the townhouse toy shop, which I live built on London Bridge Bricks' live stream on Friday. I've kind of added that in, done some modifications, added stuff from some old sets that I'll discuss at the time, as well as now adding a LEGO shop into my LEGO City as well, and lots of minifigures I've tried to cram in and make them look pretty cool with scenarios, most of them appearing from the new Series 20 minifigures. So stay tuned to find out more. Okay, so starting off this week's LEGO City update, obviously I built the art gallery and the dog shop last week, so if you haven't seen that video, go and check that one out. But I also built this on a live stream from London Bridge Bricks' channel on a Friday, so if you haven't seen that one, also go and check that out, because that's where I built this. But I have some different thoughts of what I'm going to do with this. So originally I decided that I was thinking of having it kind of like this on the side of the building, but then it's not very long, so I have quite a few studs back here to do with. Then I originally thought about mirroring it, so it would be kind of that kind of size but mirrored, which would then mean that the Banksy's inside the building. Not that that's a bad thing, because I could easily cover that up with some wall if I wanted to and extend it out. We've also got quite a lot of little cool builds here for the toy shop, so I definitely keep this as a toy shop because I really like this train bit here. I think that's a really cool build. I like this little toy soldier here. And I also have some extras from the last toy shop that I had. So I've got this really nice toy sign here with the kind of spinning cap on it. I've also got these two balloons that went above the toy shop that's now a newsagent, so they're really cool as well. This is an absolutely amazing build, so I need to put this in the city somewhere because it's just so cool. I've also got this sticker here which has toys open, so I want to use this as well. And I've also got this red sign which says toys, which I'm not too sure if I'm going to use this ever, but I've still got it here if I want to. So I'm just kind of thinking out loud at the moment. I also have this Lego shop which I got in a recent live build stream. That was for the old town centre, I think it was called, or something like that. I'll have a review up of that as soon as I kind of get a chance. And I've also got this coffee kind of thing as well, so this looks kind of cool. So I had a couple of ideas. I'm not too sure yet. I was thinking maybe that could go there. The Lego shop could go at the back somewhere like that, and then this could maybe go like that. That's kind of looking quite cool, but I wasn't too sure then where this would go because it looks a bit like it's in the way of the door there or there for the Lego shop. It could maybe go there. I could potentially build it into the building a little bit, so it's kind of more over that way. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure on this at all this week. This is a lot bigger of a build than I thought it was going to be. This could maybe move over a little bit, but then you're going to have a lot of gapping at the back here, and there's nothing to really fill it in at the moment. I'm a bit concerned that this isn't quite long enough, so if I did mirror this, the problem then would be is that this is almost at the perfect backing to this, but it does have windows all down the side, so you couldn't really block those off. So if I did that, you'd have to leave a gap, which could be quite nice with a little gap like that going down. And I was thinking maybe if I did that, you could have a little bit of an extended gap. And where the windows are, this kind of rocket could go. Because obviously this is going to be a wall at some point with a tunnel. So that's kind of looking more like what I would like. And then potentially having the coffee shop there where people could park their bikes could look quite nice. So I'm thinking that's maybe what I'll do. So one thing I'm going to do a live stream tonight and mirror this building, and then we'll come back and see what's going to be happening after that. Okay, so after the live stream, I finally mirrored this building. Very easy to do. Basically what you do is you take it apart and build it in reverse. If you find that really difficult, the best way I think to do is actually to get the actual instructions and just put a mirror next to it and then copy whatever the mirror is saying if you get a little bit confused. But anyway, that now has been done, which allows me to, this bit that doesn't have any wall here can actually now go next to this quite neatly, and I'll probably put it around there. So it makes it nice and flush, but actually inside, if you can see that, it is actually the brickwork showing from this building. So I might add a wall in there at some point, probably not for this video, because I'm really running out of bricks, and I've got loads of bricklink orders coming, but none of them seem to be arriving because of the difficulties of what's going on in the world at the moment, so we can't really complain at that. So I think this is really, really cool. Now, I haven't mirror built this yet, but as I was looking around thinking where this guy's going to go, I was thinking that it could go kind of here. Now, this bit here, the tunnel that's going to be happening at some point, is I'll use this here as an example, but the actual wall will be around here. So if I push it all the way back to the back here and then do the mechanism, he will probably hit the wall. Although it doesn't seem too bad actually. It's not too bad, he could probably like that. But I wanted to kind of keep this action bit kind of hidden. So I was thinking of maybe doing it at an angle like this, so that you can then still see the window displays here, because that's actually where the sets are going to be shown through when I actually decide how to change those windows. And I wanted to maybe mirror this as well, so then this wouldn't be seen and you just see the coin operator here, so you could then use this with your finger over here and it'd be hidden, and then I'm thinking of having another building over here. So let's go into actually modifying this actual set first. So let's take the top off and see what's inside the bottom. And I'm definitely going to keep this as a toy shop. I think it's a great toy shop. Let me get in to get a closer look at it. Okay, so actually having a closer look at the toy shop, I think this is so good, and there's not actually much that I'd really want to change here. This light here seems a little bit odd, so I'm going to remove that. I am going to be tiling all this at some point, and I probably will at some point take these off their actual base plates as well, because when this is all tiled it will be one too high. But for now I'm just going to leave it as it is, just to kind of show it and see how it lays out in the city. Obviously I'm going to be also making big changes to my city in the future, and I'm going to be moving it all into a new room, so that'll be really exciting. But I think this toy soldier here is a really nice little build, and I really like him, so I want him on the front. So I think he'll go really nicely there. The gumball machine's not too great, but I still like it. It's got a nice pop of colour, so I'll keep that at the back there. And then I was thinking over here, I was actually going to use this piece, which is one that I got from the other set that I converted into the newsagents. But I kind of thought a sale sign would look quite good there. And when we've actually got this all tiled up, it will look quite good and flush, so it won't look like it's sticking out too much. But I think that looks kind of cool. That one I'll just leave as it is, because you don't want to have anything blocking that. And then when this guy comes over here, it'll just look kind of nice. You'll see the advert there that might be shifted over or something at some point, giving it some much needed colour on the outsides. This looks really cool. So the main issue that we have now is that the main window here, this is actually the till, which just seems really, really weird. So that's obviously going to have to be moved. So I'll do now a bird's eye view of the actual shop itself, and then we'll see about changing it around and making it looking a little bit nicer. Okay, so here's an overhead view of the shop. I've moved it out slightly from the side of this shop just so we can get my arms in a little bit better. Here, these two are actually built into the wall because of the display stands, and I quite like that. I don't think that's an issue, so I'm going to try and just leave that in as best as possible. So this is now, I think, going to be the back. So what I've done is that this is the till at the moment, and I'm going to put it over here. I've actually moved the till over to that side instead of over the other side, so it's mirrored, and it gets very, very snug in there. So if you put a minifigure at the back, they're going to have to go just here in front of the Lego displays, which is fine, because like I said, I don't want this to be a Lego display store, so I think that looks okay. They just look like more normal toys, and sometimes toy stores obviously do contain Lego anyway. So originally the lorry was actually at the front here on this brown plate, but I think I'm going to put this at the back because it's a little bit smaller, which allows it to look less busy at the back, so I'm going to do that. I think I need to actually remove this first. So there we go, so that's there. And then the lady that comes with the set, she actually comes with this Lego shirt, which looks like she actually works at the Lego store. I don't want to have that because, like I said, I don't want this to be a Lego store. So instead, I have changed it for a pink one, just a generic pink cardigan, because she looks like an older lady with the glasses and things. And she looks very friendly in the kind of purpley pink colour. So she can then work at the back here, and she can go just in front of these Lego shelves, like I said. Over here, there we go. And then I'm going to put money on the counter as well, just because that's what always people have on the counter. So there we go. Then the plane now is going to go in front of this one here. There we go, so the plane is there and in front of the till. So this is very, very packed Lego toy shop, very packed indeed. But if you see from the outside, it actually looks pretty cool. So from the outside on the shelving, you can see the toys all there lined up. So that looks really nice. And these little toy shops often do have a lot of things packed into them. So I don't think that's an issue at all once it's all in there. So that gives us plenty of room here to then have people. And I might actually do a front display, because obviously this is the one that's going to be at the front. And you can't see many toys there. So I kind of need to find something, I think, to go in the front window. Okay, so after some thoughts about thinking what can go into the shop front window, I was kind of thinking usually actually sale items go at the front of the window. And I wasn't too sure on using this piece now at the front of the store. So I thought actually this could be quite a cool display piece to go in the front of the window. So I've made this little shelving unit here with a white brick. And then I've actually got one of those actual hats, which is also from the newsagent set. So I thought, why not put that in the front window? So if I do that there, it then should give it a little bit of pop and make it look pretty cool from the outside. So there we go. So now it looks like that. So we have the actual display piece, toys, so you can see it's a toy shop, and that hat in the window, which I think actually looks really, really cool like that. It shows the actual product that's being sold. Then inside you can see lots of toys and things and the worker at the back. And then going along the side you see the plane and the actual lorry built as well. So I think that looks really, really nice. I think I'm also going to, later on when I build this up, actually put something here with toys on as well. So you have to give me some ideas of some plates to buy and stuff that might be showing other toy ideas. I'll have to probably put a modified brick on this side, and then I can clip something onto this side to show little toy items and stuff. So one thing I wanted to do was I actually have a different door, which again came from the other set, which is this one here, and it has the toys open sign. I really like that, so I'm going to put that onto this one because I didn't want to remove this, but they're both glass doors, so that worked out very, very well. So if I can actually get this off, so things are falling off at the moment. Okay, so after doing all those little modifications, you can now see that the toy guy's there. I've moved the gumball machine here now because that's where the sale sign was. I think I can put something maybe at the back here at some point, but I'll figure that out at some point. I don't think it's too important because there's going to be a wall here anyway, so this might be just where I put some bins and stuff behind the toy shop, because the toy shop's actually got a wall, just slightly closer than the other, but I think that's okay, because obviously buildings will have different things that they've been built over time. I put a red door handle on this, and it now has the toys open underneath, which is really nice. You can't really see it from this angle, but it's a really nice little detail, and it adds to the toys. It's the same brand there, which I really like, so it kind of shows that this isn't a Lego shop, which I think is really cool. And if I move it around, you can see all the details and stuff inside the little shop with the van here and the plane there. So I think it looks really cool. I think it adds a lot of detail to it, and it's just a very small shop, but I think it looks really nice going along here next to this one, and has that nice little bits of detail. So I will then look at adding the next bit on, which is obviously this setup here. Now this, I think someone had a great idea of turning this into a comic book store, which I'm definitely going to be doing, but I think at the moment I don't have any of the pieces. I've got some stuff on order, so I'm going to have to wait to do that. So at the moment it's just a balcony. I also want to put some steps at the back, I think, to go into this, because I've got a little bit of space here and I love having steps if I can have it. So I can make use of this side out of here to have steps going up to whatever this is going to be. And I want it to be an actual store, so I'm thinking of hanging something from this up here, because it does have some nice golden sections that you can add stuff from, and I don't want this built bird. I hate built creatures in my city. No built creatures, thank you. So I think I'm going to hang something off here at some point, but I need to do a lot more research onto what that's going to be for the comic book section. So the reason I didn't want to do this to be a Lego store is because I've actually got a Lego store, which I'm going to add over here, which this is going to be going here, and I need to mirror build that, which I'll do in a second. But then I was thinking of adding this Lego shop, but I think this is a really nice building. It's got a nice yellow door. It looks really cool. It's very thin, so it kind of fits nicely here because it can kind of go back a bit, which gives me some room here for maybe having some benches or some kids playing or something outside, which could be pretty cool next to the toy shops. So I think I'm just going to put this here. I don't think there's going to be any modifications. I'll probably move this because it's a bus stop, which isn't needed. So that can be removed out of there. But I think I'm going to mirror build this, put it there, and then kind of look at where the placement of the Lego store is going to go. So I decided to actually, whilst mirroring this, I thought, you know what, I'm going to actually tile this whilst I can. So I took all the base plates off. I found smaller inside plates, so it's still got the grey plate here. And I did have to add another 1x1 blue tile because the green was showing through, but I think that looks pretty good now. With that angle, it doesn't look too bad at all. So I'm kind of happy with that. I think that looks really good. So I think now what I'm going to do is actually take the plate off the bottom of this plate here, and get it to go onto, because I don't think it needs any of that. I think it just basically holds it together. It may rub on the bottom, the wheel might. I might need to put a tile underneath maybe to do that. But I'm thinking of putting that here, so it's got one gap that side and one gap that side. And then I'm going to take this off of its tiles as well, off its bottom plate, and tile that in too. I don't think I'll have any tiles to actually tile this area, because I've just kind of run out. I need to do an order of that. And then this is the Lego truck that actually goes with this set as well. So I thought for now, kind of put it there. Or in the future, if I've got this front here, it could actually be on the road or something, or even pulled up to allow the Lego van driver to come out and get his deliveries to the shop. So I think that's going to go there for now in the city, and then in a couple of weeks or next week or something, I'll start adding buildings next to this as well. Okay, so I've routed through my bits, and I've actually managed to find enough of the dark blue and the white, although there are some studs here which will replace when I can get a chance, to actually tile this in. So I wanted to tile it further, so there'll be grey plates here where the actual road continues on, but here I think that looks really nice. It extends out that blue a little bit, so just gives it a little bit nicer look. I think I might need to continue it on at the back when I have to, for the back path, but for now it looks okay. And then what I've done here is actually this building, I have removed the bottom base plate, which is here, because it has bits that stick out of the front, which are these bits here, and I wanted to remove them and put them directly onto the grass. So what I've done is I've found a smaller one. These are the two edges, and then this can literally just clip over the top like that and go in place. So now what I need to do is just remove all of this stuff and put it in the right area inside. So I'll actually take that off first, do that, and then pop the Lego City shop back on. Okay, so I've managed to scrimp and scrape and find tiles for this area. So yeah, I know people moaned about me for not having tiles in the last part of the section, which is over where the dog shop is and things, the pet shop and the art gallery. I will get tiles, but for this I kind of thought, because it was another indent and you guys are probably moaning at me for having no tiles, I tried to get as many as possible. That's why there are loads of these modified studs on it, because actually I have a load of those. I just don't have any actual 2x2 tiles or 2x4 tiles. So anyway, this is what I've got at the moment. I've managed to tile that in because I really wanted to see how it looked, and I really like that. I think it looks really cool. It still works, which is awesome. So I left it one higher because it was rubbing if it went lower, but I think it looks okay with that there. It's more hidden on that side with it being mirrored. And I've put all the blue and white plates in over here, and then I've just made this normal light bluish grey. I might do patterns at some point on this section. Depends, because it's kind of becoming more of a courtyard area. This might be like a burger stand or something at some point, but for now I've put the delivery driver there. And then I've put two modified dark greyish blue tiles there, because I'm going to put those balloons that I mentioned before here. So it might be a grand opening of a Lego store, or these could actually be just Lego balloons that kind of make it pop a little bit more. But I just wanted this section to be really colourful, and I think that works out quite well. I've actually ordered the other Lego shop, the official one that you can get from the Lego store. So I might actually change this. Probably won't change this one. Well, it depends how big the new one is. That might go here instead, maybe in the future. Or I might just change this to be another type of shop. But I do want it to be kind of similar to it being a toy store, or maybe it's a games shop or something. I know Robin Hood Bricks did a game shop out of one of these. I could maybe do that. I don't want to really copy other YouTubers' ideas. But I probably don't want to have two Lego shops in my city. So this van will probably go to that other store at some point. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the Lego City, and then I'm going to start actually trying to set up some scenes, which I haven't really done before. So hopefully you guys will like the scenes that I had ideas for this section. But let's go ahead and do that. And there we go, there you have it. It's in the city. Looking pretty damn cool as well. So I'll quickly show you it around. So this is where obviously all the set is that I've been making. So there is a assembly square, and then this all new setup. I've just started tiling in a little bit here just so you can get the idea. That is all going to be tiled, don't worry guys. I just run out of tiling. And it's looking really, really cool. I love this blue bit actually now. It looks a lot better now it's in place. Obviously that green won't be showing as much on the train track at the back either afterwards. But now I'm going to start actually filling this with some scenes. Okay, so starting off the scenes, we're going to get this little girl here. She's got some cash. lots of cash, so she's going to buy an awesome, big, huge Lego set. So I'm going to put her there inside at the register, just about to pay. So what set is she going to be buying? Well, this is going to be this awesome helicopter-looking set from this Lego employee here. So he's going to be behind the counter here, selling her that. So I don't know whether you can see that through the glass, but it's just making the Lego store a little bit busier. Then I thought outside the Lego shop, we would have the new 10-year anniversary green brick guy, but he's holding the original Series 1 minifigure polybag from the 40 Years of Lego Minifig Series 18 collection. So I thought he'd stand there outside the Lego store, kind of selling the minifigs. I think that looks really cool. Then I thought I'd park the Lego van here, which you can't really see in the camera, it doesn't really matter. But the reason for it being parked there is because we're going to have this Lego store guy with a trolley of new massive sets. So he's going to have 2 of them there. I'm going to have him kind of walking over here, getting all those sets out. Let's move the door slightly open like that. And then I thought I would have this guy who's been in the rocket most of the episode, but I really like him. So he's going to be sitting in the rocket, so you can actually get it to go with that guy in, and he's not looking too happy. But I thought we'd have this grandpa figure here, that's the one that's paid for the ride, and there's his 10 cents, and he's having a good time. Keep putting money in the machine here so that the kid is going to be sick, but he finds it quite funny. Then I thought I'd add a couple more from the Series 20 that's just come out. So I thought I'd had the hip hop girl, the Breakdancer, and her ghetto blaster. And I thought, because this is a little bit of an open area, she could be like dancing, kind of starting people looking at what she's doing. So she's going to be breakdancing over here. And then I thought I'd get this guy from an older series. He's broken his leg. Maybe he was in the band, or he was in the the breakdancing troupe or something. He's going to be standing over here watching, kind of almost looking a bit upset that he can't be doing that anymore. And then I thought I would add the drone kid from that Series 20. And he's just bought this drone, so he's going to be standing out here. He's just picked up the drone from this shop, and he's super excited to kind of get going with it and start flying it out of there. And then I thought I'd have this kid who's just bought some stuff from the Lego store, and he's now heading over to actually go and buy something from the other toy shop. So I think with all those minifigures there, it's starting to look really, really busy. And it looks really nice. So I'll show you again. So there's the Lego van with all the characters looking around. And there we go. And then this is a bit over here again. The kids and the interview in the chip shop. Maybe those camera guys should be actually following the breakdancer over here. But that's it for this week. Not a massive update. Not really too much on the mocks and stuff. I've just slightly mocked the toy shop a little bit and just added the base plates and stuff onto this Lego store. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. Okay, so that's it for this week's Lego City update. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think even though these are only small additions, they've actually added quite a lot to this back here. And as you can see, this is now looking really, really good. You can see just behind me, even though it's all blurred out, that it's starting to really look like a nice skyline here. And then once I add the tunnel on the back, it's going to really, really make that area look even more special. But other than that, if you enjoyed the vid, then if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And as always, keep bricking it.